First of all, members, I'd just like to say thank you to anyone in this chamber that has been a business owner or creates jobs in their past or currently, because you sincerely know what it's like to do business in Minnesota. You've had those moments where you've laid awake at night, worried how you were going to make ends meet, how are you going to provide health care for these people. You get personally involved because it is a small business. And it is a grave concern because you have put your life savings into this business. And you know what it's like to create an environment, to create jobs. You know what it takes. We are not doing that with this bill at all. The small businesses in Minnesota are the risk takers. They're the S-corps, as Senator Ortman said. They do create the jobs. And they are severely at risk with this bill. This is going to basically choke off any recovery that we have started, because there will be no job creations. The bottom line is taxes are expenses when you have a business. So they're going to look at any way possible to eliminate their expenses. So what are they going to do? The options are obvious if you know how to run a business. Now, we've talked about the 9.1% in this bill, on top of the Bush taxes that we're going to repeal a year early, but we've never once mentioned anything about the federal health care reform taxes. And that's 3.89% on top of small businesses. That's where it's being directed. That's serious taxes, folks, on these small businesses, the people that are creating the jobs in the state and creating our recovery. What bothers me is that very, very few people understand that in this building. And I wish there was more business owners, people that have taken those risks, that truly understand what this bill is going to do to them. You know, Arizona's got a 4.5% income tax with no estate taxes. Of course it's desirable. You talk about quality of life, well, they've got the weather, too. I mean, anybody in their right mind would start looking at another state to move to. The reason why people stay in Minnesota is this is where they were born and raised. It's not because of the business climate, trust me. And it is because that this is where their background is. They've started with a small business and they were able to grow. But we are going to significantly choke that off with this bill. South Dakota, which I live fairly close to South Dakota. Yes, they don't have any Fortune 500 companies, Senator Bach, because it was a frontier state. But their growth in the recent years has been outstanding. And all you have to do is witness one of those billboards, too, that say, come to South Dakota. We have no personal income tax. And they have some big-time businesses there now, and they are still attracting big-time businesses. Or you could go up to North Dakota, the Fargo-Moorhead issue. It surrounds us constantly. So I just, again, am very opposed to this, and I hope we really seriously think about the future of Minnesota. It is not by taxing these small businesses or the wealthy.